There was a little while ago when the Australian media kind of said I was the positive psychology expert in Australia, or Australia's positive psychology expert. And I was like, I'm not a positive psychologist. I'm not even a positive psychology expert. I am an expert on how you use the findings of positive psychology research.
Right.
Because I apply them in my life. I actually do them. I've tried them on. Do they work for me or not?
When you get to that stage, they're like, you must be always really positive. And I'm like, well, I work at it every day. Like I do things every day. But no, actually, the studies have shown positive emotions last for about 5 minutes. So you need to keep creating more experiences that make you feel good and surround yourself with people that are inspiring and help you light up. And, just make it simple. Sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I'll set my watch for every hour and I'll go, okay, every hour I'm going to find something to be grateful for. And it shifts because you start to, a bad moment becomes a bad day if you focus on it with that much energy and intention. And negative emotions are heavier, right? And they weigh harder on us. So we need more positive experiences, positive emotions to counteract it and keep us in that space of possibility. There's a great book by Dr. Bruce Lipton, The Biology of Belief, which shows how so we're creating new cells every day, right? How you feel when you're creating these cells creates the polarity in the cell, which is why the better it gets, and the worse it gets, the worse it gets. We literally physiologically change. So every 100 days we have a whole new body. And if you're in a predominantly positive state, the cells are created with the positive polarity. They go into docking cells in the body, and then they connect to the mind. And they say, feed me what I am. So you're creating new circuitry, neural pathways, new whole physiology that support staying in that state. Because sometimes they say about half of it is, were you born this way? So you can be born with a disposition towards optimism and positivity, and you can create it. So there might be thresholds that you come in with, but you can raise your thresholds. And so that's part of why you get into that space, and you choose to see it, right? So, not everything's going to go your way, and even if you have a great attitude, there's still adversity in life. It's how you handle it, how quickly you bounce back, and, how quickly you are willing to let it go. And the more you experience what the benefits of it are, the faster you get there. And sometimes you still stumble, surrender is the most powerful thing you can ever do. And it's the hardest to do because we try to direct and control, and surrender is somehow considered weak. And it's actually a position of power. You go, okay, I accept that this is what it is, so I surrender to it. and now I'm going to create from here. So goal setting's great, right? I'm a big proponent of it because I think it gives you focus and clarity and direction. But sometimes the goals change. Sometimes the paths which we could never have even seen or imagined emerge as we're on it. So then be smart enough to shift and to see what other possibilities are. It's really learning just to let go sometimes of what, you've been working so hard toward that it feels... It's odd, especially in American culture, to let go of anything you've been persevering toward. As you appreciate your flexibility, you get more of it, right? So what you focus on gets bigger. So when you focus on your strengths, your willingness, those pieces, you actually access more of and harness more of that personal power and potential. So it's a phenomenal way to every day see the opportunities that you've had. And that's how we learn too, because sometimes, we can all have times where we don't recognize that we're being inflexible. So to appreciate it and see it, that is how you can really advance faster. And, and I think most people want to move with the speed that they can. And sometimes I think those situations come up to slow us down a bit because there's something we're missing.
That's a new insight.
Because, sometimes it is just, it's hard and it feels hard, right? So if you can shift your perspective and look at it and say, okay, what else is there, what am I not seeing that perhaps has been, this is, that was like, what's the gift? Oh, maybe I'm supposed to slow down.